Crap. I can never get over here.
Steals out my room, bro. I've been looking for a use for them. I'm so glad.
Okay.
It's game time. Game time. Game time. We winning, we winning, we winning, we winning. It's game time. Game time.
Welcome back to the Gametime Greatness podcast. I'm your host, Brandon Scott.
I'm your co-host, Jake Vassar.
And we have today a very special guest, his first time on the podcast.
Hi, it's Jackson.
It's Jackson. He has no titles yet.
Jackson Jarvis. So today we have only one champion in the building. And for the foreseeable future, that may stay the same. All right, on to some quick stats before we move on to Rivalry Week, which we had everyone send in their videos. So it's gonna be a fun video.
Everyone but two.
Yeah, and I guess you guys can guess who those are. But actually, Cole said he's gonna send them to us, so he may get it in time. We'll see. So 713B appears to be cursed. That's right. Two people that live together in the same apartment are 0-2.
You know, I think I know what it comes from. They took the trophy, and neither of them won last year, and look what happened. Now, given the trophy has been in our apartment for some length of time, and in DNCC's apartment for some length of time.
To be fair, there were 2 years where I did not, there was a year where I didn't get to keep the trophy, or Holmes didn't get to keep the trophy. So we're kind of catching up on lost time.
Yeah.
And you guys could probably guess the third person in the league that's 0-2. So comment below if you know who it is.
It's my rival, baby.
Hey. Okay. So on to the videos. Oh, and Cole actually just got his in. So Cole
We haven't even previewed it.
Cole it's clean. We're gonna start off with my video because we have the oldest rivalry in the book, me versus CC. We're gonna be watching it, and then Grant will put us in a small corner, and we'll just be reacting to it and then talking about it afterwards.
What's up, guys? As you know, rivals are a time-honored tradition in the NFL. You have matchups like the Bears-Packers, who are extremely close on overall record. With the Bears, I think they're down one game on the Packers. They're like 176 to 175, something crazy. An insanely even rivalry week that goes back decades and decades. Unfortunately, you have other rivals, such as the Bills and the Patriots, who the Patriots just completely dominate year after year, and I don't know why it's even considered a rivalry. And unfortunately for Colin, that is exactly which rivalry we are. I mean, if you just want to go ahead and take a glance at that, you can go ahead and see Brandon Scott on there 2 years in a row, and Colin isn't on there any. But okay, great rivalries don't always come down to just championships. You know, there are other things like overall record, but once again, Colin falls extremely short, just like the Cowboys pretty often do. 9-2. It's backwards, but 9-2. That's our overall record. Colin, out of 11 appearances against me, has only managed to win twice. We have water betted on this week, so that means the loser will be receiving water to the face, but I'm not too worried about Colin. I'm sorry, bud, but you're going to lose again.
Okay. That's a good start to the rivalry week. Not the funniest, but
I kind of knew what was coming there, so.
how do you feel about it, Jarvis?
Very high in content, and just looking at the history of the rivalry, the comedic factor of the video wasn't there, but I liked facts don't lie. Facts don't lie.
Facts. All right, moving on to CC's.
And facts don't care about your feelings.
CC thought this was a vine. Oh, CC flipped in the wrong direction.
I have very high expectations.
Even Cole Bennett is probably zoomed at the right direction.
No.
Definitely not.
All right, but apparently CC's filming a vine here because it's 6 seconds. So Jarvis, go ahead and click play for us, and we'll watch this one. Add the tone, the disrespect.
He knows it too. He's sitting over there.
Well, I do have to say, while not as elegant or well thought out as mine, clearly brings a comedic effect. That's the funniest one we've had so far.
Also very confident in his stroke of the 3.
His hand was not wavering at all as he made that 2 into a 3.
It wasn't a Brandon Scott hand.
He knew what he meant before he did it.
All right, next rivalry. You guys can expect it. It's Holmes and Jake. Jake is going to be first, and he actually filmed this correctly, so we'll go ahead and we'll let Jake play. Well, maybe if it's the note cards, we'll let Jake play this video.
Oh, sorry, I was sleeping. Just like you guys are sleeping on my fantasy team. I may be in 9th place, but my team is rock solid. Also, it was calculated just so I could upset Holmes, who is in 1st place this week. Okay, Holmes, this is our bet. You don't get an option that's happening. Losing team's girlfriend cannot come over for a week. Actually, no, you probably won't do that. So how about losing team has to cook dinner. Losing team couple has to cook dinner for winning team couple.
That's a solid bet. I really like it. I like the video. I like the on the bed, sleeping on his team. Using Cece's bed nonetheless.
we haven't actually talked about the bet, but I hope it goes through.
I mean, if Colin does it, that's just an act of cowardice.
He was in 1st place. I have basically a meal to cook for him, but
Jarvis, what do you think?
okay.
What do you think about that video?
I definitely like the intro of the video where he came straight out of the bed and talked about everyone sleeping on his team, and the bet was pretty well thought out. Could go well for him.
Good. I like it. All right, let's move on to Holmes's. Once again, I think pulling from the CC card.
Golly, nobody filmed the right way.
That's Ethan. Well, maybe I didn't see. Oh, here it is. Okay. Also, I also have a blooper in here. Maybe Grant will put that in. But here is Holmes's.
Yeah. No words necessary.
Ooh, disrespected him. Points to the trophy. No words necessary. That's the 2nd time we've seen that now.
You know, I'm not even surprised. Saw this one coming. I wouldn't be that cocky if my dad dropped it for me, though. So we'll see what happens during game
Dude,
time.
be careful. That's flammable right there.
It is real paper.
All right. What matchup do we have next? Who's our next favorite? Who's our favorite league member, Jake?
Matthew or Grant. Why not both?
So that rivalry is going to be our next one. Who should we start with, Matt or Grant? So this is Grant's. I'm not really expecting too much because these dudes are buddy-buddy, not the best rivals, but we'll give it a go.
Probably just complimenting each other.
I want to win Rivalry Week because, well, I want to make playoffs. And my cat would be very disappointed. But also, to lose to a team like that, with no Le'Veon Bell, that would be really embarrassing.
Got some Godfather in there stroking the cat. I like it.
Seems very confident. Doesn't have to throw any shots. He just knows he's gonna win.
I'm excited to see Matt's. You know, last place, didn't break 100 points.
It's long. Yeah,
All right.
let's try and keep it G-rated.
Matt's video.
Hey guys, it's Matthew here representing Raised Bays. So my team sucks so far, so rivalry week it's not so much about beating Grant as it is not going 0-3. So really, I just kind of want to win this week. My own rival is myself. I hate you too. Our bet on the table, I guess, is that me and Grant decided on is winner gets to slap Ethan, and loser also gets to slap Ethan.
Wait, loser gets to slap Ethan too.
Go Raise Bays, I guess.
Wow. I do have to say, that has to be one of the saddest videos we've seen. He looks beaten already.
But I did like how he brought in his own mascot after his teammate. That was very clever.
That may have won him the week. Like,
you know, I see a lot of symbolism in this video. The fan is on. It looks here on medium. Maybe his team is taking a turn and getting starting to heat up or maybe cool off. We'll see.
it's time for Mr. 1-1, Zach Chambers. Let's give it a go.
Ethan, in last week's podcast, you said that I had no chance to make playoffs this year. but after watching your running backs last week, I'm pretty sure I'm already one win closer to doing that. When you offered to trade for Jordan Howard this week, I was pretty sure you were only going to offer Jalen Richard, but to my surprise, you offered Jared Cook instead. What a great upgrade. Be ready, because this week, not only are you going to lose to me, but you're going to lose to a team that I named Fantasy Hockey.
Man, so throws in the casual flame. Ethan can't trade, like.
Jarvis, you can go. I'm saving my comment.
I got no words.
No
for this
words.
video.
Nothing. I don't know.
He came very confidently.
Yeah.
It was impressive to see, honestly.
If he didn't have a script behind that camera, well done. Very thought out. He knew what he was saying.
All right, so next.
Pretty convincing.
All right, wait. So run it back real fast. We haven't been predicting who we think's actually going to win the week. So first rivalry. I don't know why I struggle with that word.
Brandon versus CC.
I'm going to predict myself because you can't read against yourself.
I'm going to have to go with Brandon on this one. Man just has the history to go for him back in the past. I mean, he is 9-2 in the rivalry. Can't beat the facts.
I'm expecting some cheers from the crowd, but I'm going to go with CC right here. I think he has a pretty easy win, not gonna lie. Not because Brandon's team's bad, just because CC's team's good.
I have some bad matchups this week, too. It's looking rough. But, all right, moving on to Jake and Holmes.
I'm going to choose not to vote.
You have to vote.
No, you have to vote.
Fine. No, I'll vote for myself.
Don't jinx yourself.
I'll vote for myself.
All right, I'm proud of you, Jake. All right, Jarvis, who do you think's going to win that matchup?
I honestly think bringing in the trophy for Holmes' video is going to be his downfall.
You think it's going to curse?
Looking too far to the past. That was 2011. This is 2018.
Hey, Jack Bennett just say his video. We're going to have a video for everyone. Thank you, guys. You're the best.
So I'm going to have to go with Jake on this one.
Please tell me that doesn't say 12 minutes already.
Oh, it does.
Oh, it does.
Ooh, either you guys are going to be in for a long video. We're halfway done.
But as Jake said, don't sleep on his team.
All right, I'm going to go ahead and say Holmes just because I'm impressed by his team this year. I gotta root for my boy. So
He does have a good team.
all right, let's see. Was that and then Matt. I'm gonna put Grant. Matt's team is just not very good.
Yeah,
Le'Veon.
Grant's pretty easy.
Grant.
Okay.
Sorry, Matt.
All right, and then now we'll watch Ethan's video and then we'll vote on this one.
1, 2. Yeah, that's all I got. All right. Time to draft. I've got the 3rd overall pick. Surely Tyreek Hill will still be there. And if not, I can always go draft Aaron Rodgers. A few more calculations. All right, ADP lines up perfect. Draft starting now. Wait, he just took Tyreek Hill. He's a genius. That's all right. Rodgers is still there. He took Rodgers. Wait, who else is left? I don't know any of these players. Brandon, who should I take?
Oh, that was absolutely brilliant, Ethan. Honestly, expected a great video. Got a great video.
Ethan,
my favorite so far.
I'm pretty proud of you. That was a great video.
A lot of subtle elbows to the side.
It was really good. That's my favorite so far, I think.
Easily.
All right. Who do you guys think is gonna win that matchup? Zach versus Ethan.
I honestly think Ethan.
I'm gonna have to go with Ethan as well.
See, I was thinking Ethan, but I kind of hate going with the flow. So we're gonna go Zach. I'm thinking Pat Mahomes, 2 more touchdowns, Tyreek Hill.
I don't know. How
Ethan drops to 0-3. He's gonna be panicking.
I don't know. Ethan's team really isn't that bad.
It's a strong possibility with the Chiefs' offense going the way that it is. Mahomes and Tyreek Hill could have the potential to go off yet again.
Okay, all I'm gonna say is Hugh Cummings tweeted something like the top players or whatever, and last year's top players after week 2, top quarterback was Trevor Siemian.
All right,
could have enough.
That's enough facts. This video is already 14 minutes. We're moving on to Cole Bennett's video. Of course, his neck is longer than a giraffe in the thumbnail, so we'll go ahead and get it started.
Yeah, so why I want to beat Noah Dunsmore this week. As a person, I'm a huge Noah Dunsmore fan. He's given me a lot of great career advice. I think he's a great guy, fun to talk to, fun to be around. As a fantasy player, I'm not a Noah Dunsmore fan. Noah robbed me of my league title last year when I clearly had the best team. He had the luckiest week of his life. And he also thinks that he's the best player ever in GG history, which is not true. So Noah, wherever you're at right now, you're probably in some easy chair doing grandpa things like reading the comic section of the newspaper. You're going down.
Hey, I like that. Cole, I appreciate you getting the video in right on time.
Yeah, since about 10 minutes ago, I did enjoy that one.
Yeah.
All right, let's go. Let's go ahead and go over to Noah's video, which I did manage to. I did watch this one first. So unfortunately, I know what's gonna happen, but this is one of my favorites. Noah actually sent in 2 videos, so this is the first one.
Cap 5 minutes more.
It says, is Ethan's GPA higher than the number of Gametime Greatness championships he has? Folks, that's a 1. Just to be clear.
Oh. Sorry, that's the wrong rank.
Alright, moving on. That was his first video. Now this actual rival, Cole Bennett.
Oh. So, I have Cole Bennett this week. Mr. Bennett, king of the bro tanks, frat boy of all frat boys, boy toy of all boy toys. Colin Christian with biceps. You play me this week. Unlike you, because as I take a break from everyday life and just take a glance at your lineup, some very interesting things to point out, especially with your receiving core. You know, you may think these are close, but let's see. You're starting Chris Hogan.
He's talking a little
Josh Dotson. He's got hands like Ethan. Brandon Ellington.
And his Brandon.
Braxton Miller? No. Brandon Ellington.
I really don't
Mar
know.
Aiken? No, not Mar Aiken. Martavis Bryant? No. Brandon Ellington. Now, who are these guys going against? Odell Beckham Jr., Michael Thomas, Jarvis Landry. Now, this receiving core that Bennett has over here makes me think a lot. Makes me fear him about as much as I fear this individual right here. You know, none of these guys play for the Eagles, but I'm sure if they did, they would have a tough time taking on this kid right here. You know, in saying all this, Cole, I wish you good luck this week. Because with starting Josh Dotson as your number 2 receiver, you're sure going to need it. I would rather start this dude or even this dude
Young Swedish.
over Josh Dotson. I know you all might be thinking I'm being a little harsh on Cole. And you know what? I am. It's Cole Bennett. But not to fear. Having said all this, Cole Bennett approves this message. Thank you, and good luck on Sunday.
So a little long, and couldn't listen to directions. Even the Bennetts filmed it sideways, but I thoroughly enjoyed it. I thought the beginning was especially funny.
I kind of lost interest toward the back half of the video, but I did like the first part.
The pictures are pretty funny, but you lost me after about 30 seconds. I'm not gonna lie.
We got short attention span here.
Worst part though, didn't film it sideways. Even the Bennetts listened to those directions.
I do think Noah's gonna win though.
All right, so yeah, I think I'm gonna say
Definitely,
Noah's
because
gonna
Cole
win.
didn't have his confidence in his team at the draft. After every single pick, he goes, "Brandon, did you like that pick? What would you have done in that situation? Just have confidence in your team."
Max. All right, so we all think Cole. All right, Noah's gonna win that matchup then.
Yeah.
Okay, last matchup. You want to go first, or should we play Jack?
We can
Video?
let Jack go first.
All right, looks like he's not wearing a shirt, so this should be interesting.
Is he playing a song?
Probably.
Fitting rivalry week for me and Jarvo. Growing up in the city our entire lives. Been boys for quite a bit, but clearly not, because didn't really have my back when B. Scotty kicked me out of the league last year. So, got something to prove this year. Rivalry week, Jarvo taking you down, big baller. Look out. This 0-2 is about to turn into however many games there are -2. I'm winning out.
Okay, I actually like the video. Disrespects him right off the bat, calling him Jarvo.
Alright, to be fair, I was one of the few people that said that Jack should still be in the league. I hope that everyone can vouch for me on
Actually,
that.
I don't know. I think Jarvis was the lead advocate for kicking Jack out of the league
that
club.
is not even true.
Along
You know
with
what? Whoever Jack is with at the time is whoever kicked him out.
I don't know.
That's who
He
he's gonna
flamed the
blame,
B.
so.
Scott on that one. He definitely.
I mean, you're
put
the
it on.
commissioner, so.
I mean, sometimes the
point.
commissioner does what the
Sometimes-
people. The commissioner does what the people want. So.
Sometimes the commissioner needs to take responsibility for the commission's act.
No, I didn't say that. I didn't say it wasn't my fault. But all right.
Now we have our live.
Now Jarvis wanted to do it live, so Jarvis, you can go ahead and.
I just have one question, Jack, and that is, where did Jarvo come from? What is the origin of that nickname? If I win this week, you have to stop calling me that for the rest of my life. Because
the
that
rest.
just has no correlation. And I hope that you like... I did appreciate how you wrote your grandma a song for her birthday, but I hope that you can write a song about this loss that you're about to take this week. So...
Jarvis spitting the fire live on camera. All right. I think that wraps up. Oh, wait, who do we think is going to win that week? I'm going to have to give it to Jarvis. 2-0 playing
Jarvis is kind of
Jack Bennett. I mean, what do you think, Jarvis?
I mean, I'm in second place right now.
There's no way he could lose, is what he's saying. So.
There is a way, but I think I can do it.
And that.
Oh, because Jack has 2 kickers on his team. Who does that?
Bad fantasy players. So that sums up the rivalry week section. It was a little long, but I think it was pretty enjoyable for the most part. Let's not look at that time, because that's going to be definitely our longest podcast of all time. But we have one of our best guests on this week, so
Thank you. It's an honor to be here.
he deserved it, that's for sure. So
You gonna ask questions?
Yeah.
Rapid fire.
We'll go and ask him some questions. Let me go and just start out with a deep one. My boy Jarvis.
You starting slow.
You take some flack for missing the draft. This is a serious question. You take some flack for missing the draft.
Fair enough.
I mean, I just wanted to give you a little bit of time to explain yourself, and also, how do you feel like you disrespected all your fellow bros?
Well, to be honest, doesn't matter that I missed the draft because I still made the playoffs.
You did not, actually.
Auto drafted.
You would have made the playoffs if you second lineup.
Oh, I made the playoffs last year, didn't I? I did?
He finds out the hard way.
Okay, anyway, well, didn't help that I didn't draft my team. Just didn't really care about them, to be honest. So, that's just how it is. But I'm at the draft this year.
I feel like you owe the league an apology. You just ghosted.
Yes, I apologize for not being at or available for GG7 draft.
I will say though, he did draft his team this year, and he's got one of the best teams. So
facts.
Gotta give him some
James
credit.
Conner in the 15th round. Ethan, you know about that.
All right.
That actually goes right into my question. So, about 2 years ago, I had a pretty good team with a couple injuries went down, win in my favor. Looks like we have the same development here. We have James Conner taking over for Le'Veon Bell's disappearance. Also, Joe Mixon goes down. He has Gio.
Ooh.
So, you see his team's really coming alive here. So, what's your confidence level going in to week 3?
And the rest of the season.
And really the rest of the season, because that affects the next couple of weeks.
Well, the way that my team's been performing right now, with Joe Mixon out for the next few weeks, and depending on how long Le'Veon Bell decides to throw the Steelers in the dumpster and let James Conner take over as the starter, I think my team's looking pretty solid. My receivers have been performing pretty well, and DeAndre Hopkins, Golden Tate, and Juju, because Juju's just one of the most hyped players in the
trio
NFL.
right there. I just played him.
And yeah, I mean, if they can just keep doing what they're doing, I think I can be pretty successful.
So that leads into my 2-0. It's probably your best start ever. Is this the year you win the championship?
depending on what Le'Veon Bell decides to do, I think that I could be giving people a run for their money, and everyone always sleeps on my team every year. So maybe
Last chance to get on the front. Last
answer.
chance to get on the front of the trophy. So
Yeah.
it's an important year.
That would be ideal because it would be my first time to ever draft in College Station with everyone else. So it could be a huge factor.
It's true.
So we got one of the old famous questions.
Classic.
If you had to choose one team manager to win out, with not yourself, who would it be?
To win out? I would probably have to say, I mean, I don't know him that well, but I would definitely have to say Grant.
I thought he was gonna say Matt.
Just like Grant or Matt, I would have no problem with either of them.
Wait, is this the winning?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I thought this was losing. I was like, finally something different.
No. Just always been super cool guys. Don't really know him that well, but
Man, your boy Jack Bennett's gonna be even more mad at you now.
yeah, I mean Jack's gonna go over this year, so
Maybe we should start calling him Jacko.
That's brilliant. We start calling him Sacco to Jacko.
Hey, don't talk about the Bennett Bowl like that.
Yeah, we do know that.
All right, Jarvis, I kind of asked a little bit, but if you don't win this year, what's your time frame that you can guarantee the fans a championship?
in the next 3 years, there will be a championship
I like it.
under my name.
I like it. I like the confidence. All right, last question. We know it's a long podcast, so
If you had to choose one player to lose out, not yourself, who would it be?
it can be yourself.
I mean, I don't want to lose out. I would probably.
Give me something feisty. Come on.
I would have to say Ethan, just because Ethan's just salty that I have James Connery and he put up 31 in week 1.
If Ethan went 0-16, that would probably be one of the funniest things of all time.
Yeah, he always brags about his championship, but he won't be bragging if he loses every single game the rest of the season.
Good answer. Good answer.
I think he'd quit, to tell you the truth.
All right, Jarvis, do you have anything left?
No.
Well, we really appreciate you being on the podcast.
Honestly,
You've been a great co-host this week.
Thank you.
So that concludes. Please like and subscribe in the bottom left corner.
And this has been another episode of the Gametime Greatness podcast.